Howard Potter feels most comfortable in an empty stadium. He doesn't like to look at people face to face and has only recently learned to buy chocolate at the corner shop on his own. His brain, however, knows the results of nearly every game in world football and the day of the week for any date 22,000 years before and after Christ. Goal celebrations or the dramas of relegation don't mean much to Howard. His brain only sees numbers.
He just follows what the crowd does. He doesn't instigate anything on his own. He will kind of, if a goal is scored, he will jump up, but that's because the rest of the people have jumped up.
As a child, Howard Potter loved mashed potatoes and peas. One day, he complained about his brother Duncan having 2 more peas on his plate than he did. Stunned, the parents counted every pea on the children's plates. And indeed, Howard had exactly 2 peas less. It was only when Howard began to perform his calendrical party trick at family celebrations in Bournemouth, southern England, that the amazed Potters realized that their son Howard was a savant. Over time, Howard discovered his interest in prime numbers, square roots, the top of the pops hit parade, and the infinite reservoir of the football results.
Who played the 2 semi-finals of the World Cup in 1982 in Spain, and what were their results?
Italy 2, Poland 0.
And what's the other 2 teams?
West Germany 3, France 3.
Right,
West
correct.
Germany won 5-4 on penalties.
Correct. Which team went out in the quarter-finals of the World Cup in 1994 in the USA, losing against Brazil?
Holland. Brazil 3,
Yeah.
Holland 2.
Right. In 1968, Germany defeaed England for the first time. What was the score and who scored?
1-0. Beckenbauer.
That's correct. Inter Milan won the European Champions Cup. Who did they defeat in the final?
When?
1964. Who did they defeat in the final?
Real Madrid.
What was the score?
3-1.
And who did they defeat in the semi-final?
Borussia Dortmund.
That's correct.
Borussia Dortmund.
From day to day, we rely on cognitive or semantic memory. It's very, very broad, but speaking for myself, at least, it's not very deep because I forget an awful lot of things. The savant uses the habit or procedural memory, which is not very broad because it's always within this very narrow area, but it's exceedingly deep, and it seems to have no limit to it. It just is bottomless.
While the outside world rushes by, Howard holds tight to his numbers. Calculating square roots calms his brain. It's a daily ritual, like his mother reading the newspaper. The mystery remains, however, why it is that savants have such very limited areas of speciality. Do they simply have different talents, just like the rest of us? In the hustle and bustle of Piccadilly Circus, Howard Potter is lost. It would be difficult for him to go shopping alone or find the way to the hotel, nor could he ask someone for help. Howard has never phoned a friend just to chat. But every telephone booth is a treasure trove for him in his never-ending quest for his only passion, prime numbers.
Not 829 7477 2477 2531 8999 8951.
Autistic people, they say, are in a world of their own, and that's very true because he can shut the outside world out. We think of like other things, mortgage, food, doing this, being here, there, and he can shut all that out and just solely concentrate on what his numbers.
We have taken Howard for tests at the London laboratory of mathematics expert Brian Butterworth. With the new procedure, he can measure the oxygen-dependent reflectance of light in the blood, therefore brain activity, faster and with less stress than with an MRI scanner. After hundreds of such tests, Butterworth has deduced that although the memory's capacity for numbers certainly depends on practice, it is mostly down to our genes.
All right, Howard, let's do some prime numbers. What is the nearest prime number to 2,000?
1,999.
Okay. The nearest prime number to 7,000?
7,001.
I've proposed a theory called the numerical module theory. And essentially what this says is that there's a set of neurons, brain cells, in your parietal lobes that is specialized for numbers. It's something which has an ancestral version in lions and monkeys and dogs and cats and other, and birds indeed, other species that we've looked at. And it's for detecting what one might call the numerosity parameter in the environment. That is, how many things there are in a set of things. And if you haven't got this, you're going to find it very difficult to learn anything about arithmetic. And if you have got it, this will form the basis of more advanced arithmetical skills.